cow. What do you have to do with that? What do you?
I'm a master student. Master student.
A master student in artificial intelligence.
Yeah.
Have you seen this? Let me show you this. See this right here? Robotron, artificial intelligence robot manufacturing personnel. You are obsolete.
Oh, don't worry about it.
You don't worry about it?
Don't worry. Yeah, it's still in low level artificial intelligence.
I've talked to others in the profession. Matter of fact, I talked to a guy out here about 2 weeks ago that builds artificial intelligent robots.
Do you know? It means Boston Dynamic, the research area, the research center. Boston Dynamic.
Boston Dynamic.
The most advanced robotics is still very very in low level.
Yeah, but with the advances, because in technology, I mean, it was old yesterday, boom, today, next day it's old.
That's right.
It's advancing very fast, exponentially.
Right. So we need laws to restrict this.
Well, I asked this gentleman who was a scientist, who I asked him, you're building things, essentially, that in the future have the potential to turn around and wipe us out. And he looked at me and he goes, yes.
Oh, I'm sorry.
In other words, you're building something that could eventually kill us.
No. That's movie, not the real.
Well, the thing, I've seen a lot of things in movies that turned out to be real.
Oh yeah, but I think artificial intelligence, at least now, I can predict the future. The artificial intelligence will not kill us and will not threaten us, but they will grab many jobs.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
which will kill us because then we'll have nothing to do.
But if they did that jobs and we can do another jobs, that they will not replace us.
Like what?
They can do some very ethical, as now, I think what they can do is only auto driving, but they can do no more. At most, auto driving.
I don't remember now, but there's a famous. It's on the internet. I think you can even ask this artificial intelligent robot questions.
Yeah, but they must learn from a lot of questions, and they can. Their basic law is very basic.
Yeah, but it's now processing its own thoughts. It's processing.
They have no thoughts. They have really no thoughts.
Well, when it was asked the question about humans,
they have seen this question, so they can answer our questions.
So you think it's just programmed in?
Yeah, very low level. Don't worry, really, don't worry.
Not to worry, huh?
Maybe in the future they will threaten us, but at least.
Well, that's what I'm saying, and how? Yeah, I mean, how soon?
How soon? At least, I think at least 10 years it will have no breakthrough of artificial intelligence.
10 years there's
no
breakthrough.
That. At least 10 years. From what I see, they have no breakthrough artificial intelligence. They are just very low level. It can be automatic robots, not artificial robots.
Now, the application is also in question because military always takes over. Military always comes. So, you know,
I know.
The perfect soldier would be unthinking.
Yeah, and the programs are not reliable, not very reliable. It may get some errors.
Well, Yeah, but they got them. I mean, they got like, very proficient looking robots.
But people always make some mistakes, and the wars before, they all made by humans. So,
yeah, but I'm thinking one of those mistakes the humans make might be making a robot that'll turn around and go, "What do we need you for?"
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't think it's science fiction. I think this is a real thing that could happen. I don't know. I hope you're right. I hope you're right. I mean, you're the expert. I hope you're right.
I'm also a student. I need a lot of...
Yeah, but you know more than I do. I mean, so...
Maybe.
Yeah, well, in this field, I'm sure you do. But I try to keep track of it because it's part of what's going on right now. It's very... I talked to a lady yesterday. Her job is to evaluate companies and then find out how more efficiently, and her job is she will put in like the kiosks in a McDonald's. So if they're protesting for more money, people are protesting for more money. I want $15 an hour for flipping a burger. Her job is to go to the head of the company and go, I can put this robot in to do the job, and you throw them out. And that's so, like you say, it's taking over jobs.
Yeah,
it's taking over jobs. So the question then arises, what do we do with all these out-of-work people?
That's your question.
I mean, if they can't support themselves and there's nobody to, there's not enough people working to support a welfare system.
I think if robotics can do these jobs for us, and they can farming, they can deliver some food for us. So the welfare, I think, will be better. The welfare.
But why would the elites, or why would anybody keep a bunch of what Henry Kissinger, Henry Kissinger, one of the world leaders been around for a long time. He called excess people useless food eaters that needed to be done away with. And elites in China, I mean, anywhere, all over the world, when there was an excess of people, the government found a way to kill them, starve them, go to war. They never tried to take care of the people.
Sorry, you mean kill who?
Kill the people. Elite people that are in power, the ones that hold...
empower the people in power.
Yes. They would kill the useless food eaters. In other words, if there's a bunch of people out of work but got nothing to do, they might become rebellious. And why would the people in power want that to happen? So they will kill the useless food. If you're not producing anything, I mean, if you're just living and you're not producing anything, and I mean, why would they keep us around? If we have no money to spend, if we're not producing anything, why keep us alive?
But it's their right to survive.
Well, that's true, but that doesn't mean that they're going to say, well, you're going to keep you alive because it's your right. They've never cared about that. Wars are going on all the time because they just want to get rid of some people. I mean, Mao killed how many millions? 60, 100 million people? Stalin he starved how many people? Millions and millions and millions? I mean, we go to war all the time, kill hundreds of thousands and millions of people. They don't care about us.
You say a few years ago?
All the time. I mean, hell, we got wars going on now that are killing people.
Now?
Sure.
Where?
Everywhere. Congo, all over Africa, the Middle East. I mean, you know, you got conflicts in the Philippines. You got conflict. I mean, everywhere there's conflicts. There's people, you know, factions fighting. Hell, we're supposed to go to war with China eventually. You know, you guys are supposed to take us over.
No. Maybe I think they need time to develop. And like China 20 years ago, I think China is a terrible country. But now, I think China it's a good place. I think relatively good place.
Yeah.
Not so bad as before.
Not so repressive. I mean, you're allowed to speak out more.
Many laws have been made for people, and the police there, and the hospital, and the fundamental facilities is very good, very good.
I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah.
I'm glad to hear that.
Have you been China before?
No.
You can have a look at China. It's very open now. It's very open.
I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah. Like 20 years Japan in 20 years before. Mm-hmm. Some like China, some like Japan. But it's community. But maybe I can see China is the most important country for America.
Now, but wait, let me caution here, because it was just last week that this was a news article that I read that China had ordered the crackdown, closure of all Catholic Christians.
What means Catholic?
Christ, God, people that believe in Christianity. And there was a crackdown on that religion.
Oh, crackdown.
Yeah, crackdown on the Christian faith in China. That was issued just last week, that there was an order to go ahead and outlaw the Christian faith. Christian faith. In other words, Christ.
You mean
the cross.
Do not let the people have their own faith.
Not allowed to practice Christianity. Like they would crack down on Maoism in Tibet.
Mao?
On Tibet, Buddhism in Tibet.
Oh, you mean Tibet?
Yeah.
I can see. I have never been to Tibet, but I have been around Tibet, the other province around Tibet. From my point of view, I have seen it personally. I think their life have improved a lot.
That's good.
They had no electricity, had no clean water before, but now the government has offered and give many good stuff, and they are even have a better policies than the ordinary people in China, because the government wants their do not too rebellious. It's not good for them, and maybe those who have power in Tibet, they want rebellious, but the ordinary people they don't want rebellious. They do not want, because they hope to live more peaceful.
No, of course.
Yeah,
they wouldn't want
improve their life qualities.
Good.
This is their purpose.
Good.
Yeah. And those who in power, they want to be rebellious to China, and so they can gain many benefits for their family, for themselves. But it's not the ordinary people. I don't think ordinary people like that.
Good.
Yeah.
How, in general, how do you and the people you know feel about our current president, about Trump?
Do you like Trump or?
Oh yeah, I like him. Yeah.
Oh, he'd like to protect Americans' job.
Yeah. He's very nationalistic.
Yeah, and he gains a lot of. He has accomplished a lot of his promises. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think he's good.
Good. Yeah. And the Chinese people in general feel good about him, or?
Chinese people mostly like Trump.
They do?
Yeah.
Oh, that's very good. That's very good.
And many Chinese, I think they focus on what America was having.
Oh, of course, you're very important. I mean, China and America are two of the biggest.
I hope American people will know more about China. It's not the China 20 years or 40 years ago. It's a new China.
I think we both have a lot to learn from each other.
Yeah, from each other.
China
and the America are good, very important partners in the world.
Yes.
And they cooperate a lot.
Yes.
Yeah. And Trump, several months ago, Trump has been to China.
Yes.
Yeah.
And he was treated royally. I mean, the Chinese people. In contrast, when Obama went, they didn't treat him with any respect, which I don't think he deserves.
Yeah.
But with Trump, it seems like the Chinese people would put on a big. I mean, they allowed him into the Forbidden City, which, as I understand, is a very rare privilege to do. So the people here felt real good about how the Chinese people treated our president. Well, and Uncle Sam wants to thank you for that.
New Orleans is very, very impressive, and it's my first time to be abroad.
Oh, yes.
I have from Xiamen, China. I transferred in Los Angeles, and then yesterday I just got New Orleans.
Oh, good.
Very good.
Well, I hope you enjoy yourselves.
Yes, thank you.
And let me give you a gift.
Oh, thank you.
This is a get-out-of-jail-free card from Hillary Clinton.
From
Hillary Clinton, from her. So that's who he ran against. Hillary Clinton. But and you got my YouTube channel on the back.
Okay.
And you can see yourself on it.
Okay, thank you.
All right. It was a pleasure meeting you, sir. Bye.
60. Half of my life is on the opposite side of the world. So it's so big difference.
Welcome. And yes, we can criticize our elected officials here as long as we don't threaten them. We can't violently, but make fun of them, ridicule them,
or humiliate
them. Thank you. We can do that. So welcome to freedom, sir.
Thank you. Have a good day.